Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. 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 Hey Lynn, what's up? Fucking 20 months, goddamn. I am ready to just fucking destroy this game today. And I have an expectation that probably like an hour or two in, probably nobody will be around, but I've been doing this in my free time anyway. So like this is what I would be doing if I wasn't streaming. Hey Don, how you doing? Like the beanie? This is what I would be doing regardless. In the middle of the game, probably won't talk too much, but that's fine. We are just here for good vibes. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I want to make sure that I have everything that I need ready to go ahead of time. I'm just about there. Dawn, thank you so much for the prime. Dawn, you're the sexy one around here, alright? Never forget that. We need to... I'm using a third-party map tool just to make my life a little bit easier to keep track of everything. I'm going to be keeping track of every boss killed. In my personal run of this, I'm already at, like... I think I'm in, like, the 80s of bosses killed right now. So, I'm definitely no slouch in this department at the moment. I don't know why that's something that's selected as being seen. What a multiplayer item, that's why. Because I need it to be sacred tier instead. Okay. Cool. I've gotten a lot better at this game since the game came out. This is going to be actually a really fun display of my ability to be a god gamer. We are going to name ourselves. God, what would I even call myself? Not very casual, because I would argue that I'm actually a god gamer at this game. Where in the States? Oh yeah, you were in Florida, weren't you, Don? We're going to do Young, Origin, Keepsake. We're going to be making the Golden Seed. We are going to go for detailed appearance. We're not going to be changing too much, just some really minor stuff. We're going to do face and hair. I want the hairstyle just to be a little bit different. I'm thinking something along... Oh, this is good. Do that. We're going to do hair color as kind of a gray with plenty of white hairs, because I think it looks fucking sick. We're going to do that. Then we're also, the only other thing I want to do is the eye color. So we have green for one. I want it to be blue for the other. That's it. Those are all the changes we're making. Otherwise, we'll keep the default appearance basically the same. We're not going to be able to see the character much anyway, so whatever. But yeah, but without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into it, right? Yeah, I'm so happy you got a lightsaber, and you do seem like the kind of person that would get a red lightsaber, Dawn. You have villain energy. So, because this is an old-ass game, we are just going to be skipping any of, like, the cutscenes or any of, like, the dialogue and such. I figure if somebody wanted to see that at this point, they probably would have. It's just going to slow us down a little bit. This isn't meant to be any kind of speed run or anything, but we're not trying to go slow either. So we're not going to be just taking our time, seeing the sights. We are actively trying to kill bosses quickly. So that is the plan. Elden Ring holds 165 bosses in the game. A lot of them are actually, like, repeats or reskins, basically. So there is that. Our first boss is coming up here, which is the Grafted Scion. I will not be killing him, though, because there's just no shot. Without having any flasks, there's just no way for me to kill him with my current build. I mean, I say that. You can kill him with your fist if you're good enough. I'm not that level of good. So we're just going to go ahead and just skip right through. We just jump off the cliff. Doesn't actually count as a death, by the way. Your HP goes to 1 whenever you jump off that cliff, specifically. Or if the boss kills you, you go down to 1 health. So if you're ever doing a no-death run and want to skip that boss for speedrunning purposes, you can do that without having any penalty, which I think is really cool. So we get our flasks. I don't use shields in this game. I just don't think that they're really worth it in a lot of cases. We're going to go ahead and just arm ourselves with the sword and the staff. So because this is an all bosses run, that means we have to kill every boss. There is a boss down here in this cave. It is the starter boss, Soldier of Godric. So, of course, we are going to have to go ahead and fight him off. So we'll just be killing the tutorial boss, basically, as our first act. We are going to go ahead and immediately add a charge to our flask. That's from the golden seed that we got at the very beginning of the game. We're going to go to 3 blue flasks, 2 red flasks. I'm not expecting to really take many hits. I don't think I need more than 3 blue flasks, though. For the sake of the tutorial area. We're just going to be skipping past all the enemies. They're not worth the runes to fight, in my opinion. We're just going to be skipping all of the tutorial stuff. We have to go through all of this to kill Soldier of Godric. We don't have a choice. I do want to get 1 on the board as quickly as possible. So yeah, we're just going to keep on going. This is basically just explaining, like, hey, here's how you play the game. Yes, I picked up materials. There is crafting. Oh, you can sneak. Oh, hey, look, there is a whole enemy. You should probably fight him. No, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and run the other direction. I did a test run of this yesterday, and I was actually able to kill the first, like, main boss, like, story boss, with completely default skills and a summon. So I actually could probably, in the first, like, 15 minutes or so, be ready to go ahead and fight off Godric the Grafted. No. It's not Godric the Grafted. Fuck, what's his name? It's the first main boss. It doesn't matter. We'll kill him pretty quickly into this run, more than likely. We're going to go ahead and skip past you guys. But yeah, I'm really happy to hear that you had a good time here in the States. I hope that you decide to come on back and maybe even visit Mississippi, the fucking nowhere state. Alright, we get our first boss of the game. We're going to go ahead and just spell the shit out of him. It's teaching us about guard counters. We don't care about those. We're just going to go ahead and just immediately yeet him. So I have a boss list on my other screen, and then I'm also going to have to change the counter every time that we kill a boss, so there's always going to be some kind of delay after I kill one, just so I can make sure everything is updated and we're keeping track of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and change that 0 to a 1. Fantastic, and I already got it marked off on my other list, which is also fantastic, and we will continue. The plan is to come back next year for 2 weeks this time. What's the plan while you're here, out of curiosity? What are you looking to do? Obviously visit me, of course. We can hang out. It'd be fantastic. We get the strength emote. Fantastic. Oh, I guess I should probably talk about some like ground rules for the game. So, I can't summon real people to help me in fights. However, I am allowing regular spirit summons to assist me in fights, because I don't hate myself, is the main reason. So there is that. Universal Studios, maybe Disney World again. Fair enough. So very much not near Mississippi. That's fine. I accept that there's nothing to do around here. Yeah, spirit summons are allowed. I can cheese bosses within reason, so I can't just like blatantly exploit. Like I can't do any glitches or anything like that. But if it's in the main game, like if you can make a enemy drop off a cliff based on their movements, that's fine. I don't have to manually bring it down to 0. That only really includes like 2 or 3 bosses in this run, to the best of my knowledge, which is a Knight's Cavalry and Kaled, and I also always cheese the Dragon Grail. I don't remember how they say his name exactly, but those are the only things that I actually ever quote-unquote cheese. Like, I can't, like, corner glitch or anything like that, like, all that kind of stupid shit. We are trying to, like, and within reason, actually beat each boss. And I don't know glitches anyway, so it's not like I can actually do them if I wanted to. So there's that. You got Target Monopoly. I'm happy to hear that. Is that, like, a weird thing that's specific to Americans or something like that? Targets are pretty cool, I guess. My girlfriend, when dropping me off at Memphis to fly out to a work trip, she did a run by Targets. We don't have a Target in our town at all. And she got some extra like plates and cups and stuff to kind of like, match what she had previously. So I have 400 runes, which is enough to buy the crafting kit from Kaylee, whatever. We're going to go ahead and buy that now, though, so we don't forget about it later. So since this is a boss run, the order that I can do things in will be kind of scuffed. Normally what you would do is... Well, actually, you know what? Maybe I should do the normal order. Normally you would run straight over to get Torrent. I am going to take just the slightest of detours and get a Sign of Grace up here to the north. To the Grove side, I think it's called. Grove side Cave. I'm going to be battling that boss basically as soon as I can summon spirits, because it's way easier to do whenever you have spirit summons. So we're just going to go ahead and run right into this little crevasse. We're going to activate that Sign of Grace and run immediately back out and continue along our way. The current setup that we have will probably be used for the first few bosses that we end up encountering, but then we'll eventually go on to upgrade it. There are things that we can do to upgrade it, like getting the Meteor Staff and the Rock Sling. It's not really necessary for those first few bosses that I'm fighting. And again, I'm trying to get the numbers higher earlier on in this run-through. So that is the current plan, at least. So I'm thinking probably fight this boss, maybe one other boss, get enough runes to level up a few times, and then we'll move on to Kaled and start that whole process of upgrading our flasks, getting more flasks, and getting a few sorceries and pieces of gear, basically, to buff ourselves. I just don't need it right now, though. I basically no-hit the majority of what we're coming up against, so I'm not really too worried about it. For the rest of the Sign of Grace... Cute cutscene. Millennia wants to talk to us. She wants us to make her our maiden. This is true. And then we'll be able to level up after that. We don't have enough runes right now to level up anyway, but that's fine. So we do get the ring. Fantastic. We get Torrent. Who cares? Awesome. Great. Let's go ahead and go. We're going to change our equipment just slightly. We're going to be assigning now the Spectral Whistle to our first slot. Then we are going to actually, no, we're not going to fast travel yet. I want to get the map for this area, and then we're going to fast travel. We're going to fast travel and get the Spirit Calling Bell, which lets us summon spirits that help us fight, which is huge because I'm trash at this video game, and I definitely need help. We're also going to go ahead, since we're over here, we're going to go ahead and grab the flail as well. That will probably come in handy during a handful of bosses. We are going to get hit, that's fine. That's a planned hit. You can't avoid it because of the spear guy, but I'm not worried about it. But yeah, Target's okay. I mean, my biggest issue with Target has always been it's slightly more expensive for not really any good reason. I didn't get the, oh my god. Oh, I'm fumbling right now. My timing is all off. I didn't get the Sign of Grace when I was there. I'm such a novice. How dare I? That's fine. We can run over there pretty quickly using Torrent. I'm not too worried about it. It'll take us like an additional 20 seconds. Again, we're not speedrunning. There's not a timer. I would 100% consider speedrunning this game at a future date, but I think the all bosses run is a more casual, kind of like just talking, chatting, not really being stressed about the time at all. Okay, so she's not here, so I think we have to fast travel back here to get her to appear. So we're looking for Rena, who will actually probably do her questline for the sake of this series. Because you do get some good... Where are you exactly? You're usually right here. I said this way. Oh, there you are. Hey. Are you in a different spot than normal? I feel like you are. Hello, Rena. Nice to meet you. Great. You getting Starfield? I don't... That's a spell, I'm assuming. I'm not 100% sure where that is. My normal build for, like, the early game is just getting the Meteorite Staff and using the Meteorite spell. Not Meteorite spell. The Rock Sling spell. Bethesda game. I haven't heard anything about it. Doesn't mean I wouldn't get it though. But yeah, that's my early game build loadout, and then I usually transition into like Azur's spells. You know, honestly, it's probably worth killing these guys. Get a few extra runes out of it. And then we can also get the gear that's around here. Oh, this is not bueno. Hang on. I'm sorry. 1 second. I may be a little bit over my head at the moment. I kind of forget that I'm a new character, so I'm kind of weak as shit right now. Okay, let's fight you guys like this now. Can I please not die? Oh, I just die immediately. Cool. Okay, hang on. That's fine. This is our mulligan. This is our we're warming up, getting the rust off. Admittedly, I did kind of jump right in the middle of several enemies, which was not the best idea. Let me do this correctly now. Apologies. You have to get your first one out of the way early. I don't know much about Elden Ring. I have done 2 main story bosses, and that's about it. Yeah, I've 100% of the game. I think I have a handful of hundreds of hours in the game so far. I've beaten every boss in the game already. I just haven't. It's been a while since I've actually done like a full run through. Okay, so you're done. Let's go ahead and get that back. So we're gonna pick these guys off instead of doing what we did and being idiots. Then we got big boss over here. Gotta kill you. So it's gonna take 3 to kill, 4 to kill. Wow, 4 to kill. Okay, come on. Can you... God, just die already. And then you are next. Anyone else? Yeah, one more. Cool. So we got them taken care of. We'll have the rest of the Side of Grace to heal up our mana. Not a big deal. But yeah, Dom, like, if you're talking about people who know this game pretty well, I know this game pretty well. I know I don't have to use a map for most things anymore. I also want to find, like, random, like, niche pieces of gear that I don't really think about very often. But for the first, like, 3 hours of any of my playthroughs, I have the entire routes memorized. And those routes are basically just making sure that I understand where all of the golden seeds are, where all of the, oh god, what do they call them? It's something tiers. Basically just making sure that my flasks are more powerful. Just making myself more survivable is the gist of it. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead. We're going to link up the wolf ashes into there. And basically all we're going to do is we're going to run to the boss, summon the wolves, kill the boss, and then we'll be able to have another boss marked off of our list. And then we'll probably transition over to the Air Tree Burial Cat, and from there we can probably go to Kaled. Alright, yeah, you're going to be like a whole bitch, aren't you? So all I want to do basically is have the wolves tank all of the damage. I'll just dodge roll away. And then whenever he's distracted by them, I can really go to town. We're good. For some reason, he's not aggroing. There we go. He's finally aggroing onto the wolves. Took him long enough. We'll go ahead and heal up our mana, and then just spam him with Glintstone. When we picked Sorcerer, this is the first build that I ever did coming into this game. It feels a little bit nostalgic for me. I have been working a lot with like strength and bleed builds recently, but I'm not as practiced in setting up for those. So we just killed him. So let's go ahead and mark him off our list. He's somewhere here. There we go, Beastman and Farum Zula. And then we're also going to go ahead and add on to our bosses killed and make that 2 out of 165. Phenomenal. Alrighty. And we also have the Flame Drake Talisman, which is also fantastic. So next up, we're going to... let's go back to the Church of Ela. We're going to go northwest, and we're going to go into another dungeon, which we're probably going to fully explore to get a few extra materials. So we need to go this direction for that. Again, we can kill a lot of the early game bosses without getting any upgrades, just using our base character, not even leveling up. So I'm not overly concerned. I'll skip you for now. There's no reason to do that. I know exactly where that dungeon is anyway. We're just going to come down around here. There's going to be another opening for us to go through. We want to get some of the upgrade materials that are in here to get our wolves a little bit stronger. It helps out a lot with the first boss for sure. Again, you can do it with base, no problem. But why not make it easier for sake of stream? And for these early game dungeons, it's good to get all the materials ahead of time because you can sell through some things, get some easier early levels. There's not a lot of downside. I think we are going to go ahead. We're going to activate the Sign of Grace, of course. I think just in case I end up dying to the imps, because that is not the most unlikely thing, I'm going to go ahead and level up intelligence twice. That's the minimum that I need to be able to do 18 to use the meteorite staff. It also increases our damage output a little bit. Does not increase our health. We're going to have an imp over to the left-hand side that's going to come swinging out. Any second now. It's going to take 3 hits to kill. It's fine. There's one more. Yeah, he's right there. Yeah, I'm so bad at avoiding his ass dude. And then we get blood loss, and then we die. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's always like that for me. I never know how to like bait him out. I try rolling and then rolling out. He doesn't get baited. I don't know. That's 2 deaths so far. But again, these are early game deaths. I'm also skipping some setup sets that I normally do to make this a little bit easier. So I'm not overly concerned. So again, we're gonna kill you first. So there we go. And then we're going to bait him. Okay, again, can't seem to save him. Okay, there we go. So he's done with his cycle, kill, and 3. Done. Pizza's out for delivery. Jealous. What kind of pizza? Again, I'm very personally partial to Papa John's. But I do acknowledge that most people think that's trash pizza, and that's okay. I don't even think you guys have Papa John's out where you're at, but that's fine. So we want the Grave Glove Award. We probably want to get a Ghost one as well if it's available around here. It's going to take 2 to kill. 2 to kill for you 2 probably. No, 3 to kill for you. It's a damage range, so you can't use the... you don't get the same amount of damage for each one. So sometimes you'll kill faster, sometimes you won't. Let's go ahead and get this material as well. Thank you. Grave Glovewort. There's going to be an imp to the top right hanging out, waiting for me to trigger him. 1, 2, and 3. I've always been really bad at dealing with this fire, and I don't think that my spell reaches far enough, and I also don't have a bow. So we're going to have to do this the hard way. I tend to get damaged by these pretty often, so I apologize in advance if I suck at video games. Okay, good, we get there. Let's go ahead and bring that down. We get the Prattling Pate for hello. I'm going to wait for this fire to come over and finish, then we're going to go off to the back right. I'm not going to get the materials there at the very end of this hallway. I am known to die pretty often going over there. There's like 5 imps there or some shit like that, and they just destroy my shit every single time. We just Googled it. Papa John's is fantastic in my opinion. It's not authentic, it's completely Americanized pizza, but I think it hits pretty different. How did you dodge that? Fuck you. Yeah, die. You are going to become a problem for me. Okay, you dodged. Good dodge. I should probably heal just to be safe. Let's go get our Cerulean Tears up too. We're going to come over here. We're going to go ahead and grab the extra material. We're already in the area. It doesn't cost us much more to do this. Yeah, you thought. Bro, I've done this dungeon a billion times. You can't just come over here and sneak up on me like that. Fuck you. Alright. Cool, we're chilling. So we get the Grave Glove Award. We get the One Ring Noble Ashes, which we'll never use. We'll probably be using the dogs for the majority of the early game stuff, just because it gets so much aggro from the bosses. We will likely, though, be upgrading that near the end of this run-through. So we're going to go ahead and heal up at the side of Grace and come back around and take on the boss. Get a 3 out of 165 taken care of. Like I was saying over Discord, depending on the vibes, I will probably be streaming for more than my standard 2-hour time. Just to kind of get through the early game of Elden Ring takes like 3 to 5 hours. So my goal was to try to get through a lot of the early game today. But obviously if we don't get to that or something comes up, I'm not overly stressed about it. Since this is something I've been doing in my off time anyway, I might just be streaming this randomly at like midnight on like a random weekday here and there. So I'll make sure to like announce that in the Discord, but I don't expect a lot of people to end up showing up for that, which is not a big deal. Okay, so we have our spirit summons. Let's go ahead and just destroy this boss. It doesn't do a whole lot to my guys because it's more focused on me. It's going to come over, can't hit me. It's pretty hard to get hit by this boss in my opinion unless you're just not paying attention, or if you're being too greedy like I can be sometimes. Its pattern's pretty predictable. I actually had a lot of trouble with this whenever the game first came out because I wasn't fully aware of like iframes and dodge rolling and stuff. But now that I am, it's a lot easier to take care of. Do one more hit to kill. All of my doggos take care of that. Fantastic. So we have another boss taken care of. Let's go ahead and run through our system. So we need to update the bosses killed now over to 3 out of 165. All these bosses will not be as easy as the ones I'm currently doing. I am literally doing the easiest ones to start with. So don't get your hopes up that this will be a fast run through. It's definitely going to take a lot of time to do. Okay. So now we've killed a handful of bosses. I think the next step's going to be our setup. For our setup, we have a few things we need to do. One of which is getting the Kaled. A handful of which is just kind of getting the general upgrade materials that we need. So we're going to go way off into the northeast. We're going to be heading over to kind of like East Limgrave, basically, and focusing on getting some Sacred Tears, getting our Wondrous Physic, getting a lot more Golden Seeds, and then fast traveling to Caelid through a teleporter. All of these things are going to help with my setup significantly. So we're going to come over here. There's going to be a Sign of Grace here. We might as well go ahead and take it since we're in the area. A lot of these graces probably won't be used during this run, but I'm a mild completionist. If I see a Sign of Grace, it's kind of hard for me not to pick it up. You never know when one might randomly come in handy when you're looking to do something for a build. I had actually considered doing a different build for the early game where I could have used a Bleed Dagger build instead, and then transitioned into more of like the intelligence / sorcery side. Because this early game is going to be really slow based on this character build, but transitioning into another build would have taken us like right into the beginning of the mid game, and that would have been a whole other set of issues. So I really didn't want to have to go through the hassle of that, because you can reset your character's level and stats and stuff to where you can rebuild later on. But frankly, that's not that's not a very easy thing to do until you kill Renala, and then you have to actually know where to get certain things. It's a whole process. It's usually not worth it, in my opinion. So we're going to get this Sign of Grace. This is a really key Sign of Grace. It's going to lead us eventually into this, which is the map marker for East Limgrave. We're going to take that, then immediately go northeast from that point, and end up at the church, which will give us our Wondrous Physic, give us our Sacred Tear, give us our Crimson Physic use. Okay, we get throwing daggers there. We're going to go ahead and grab all of these items as we run along. Holy shit. Rune Bear's going to kill me. I might have taken a little bit too long on that. We should be fine. Grab this and fucking run. Holy shit. Yeah, Rune Bears are a little bit out of our league at this moment. And they absolutely can kill you if you're not careful. And I also don't have enough stamina to keep sprinting forever, so that's also part of our problem. Holy shit. We're going to go ahead and drink a some Cerulean, fucking Crimson Tears while we're running. Okay, I think we're finally out of aggro rage. Thank God. Holy shit. Rune Bears are one of those bosses that I've never figured out their patterns, and I've never been very good at fighting, unfortunately. There is actually a Rune Bear boss in the Weeping Peninsula that I only struggle to fight. I actually usually fight way later than I probably need, so I'm usually very over-leveled to fight it. It's a very confined space to fight in, and I can't get the pattern down. So in the third Church of Marika, we have a handful of things here. One, we obviously have a Sign of Grace. Then we also have the Crimson Flask bullshit thing. We also have a Sacred Tear, and of course the Wondrous Physic. It's the Crimson Crystal Tear is what it's called, okay. So now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to jaunt on over to Caelid. So there is a secret teleporter back over here that takes you basically as far east as you can go on the map for the most part. Down into like the northeast of Caelid. So we're going to go ahead and port on over there now. Give it a second to load. We're going to immediately go into the store and get the Sign of Grace here. Secret tunnel! Secret tunnel! We're all going to find love here. You have that guy over there. Every time that you get... Oh god, what's it called? Oh, it's called something. It's like this fucking evil shit that you can get and give it to him. It'll give you things. It's pretty great. Fuck. I don't know. I don't have a lot of things like names memorized. I just have like patterns that I've done. So that guy right behind me is a Black Blade Kindred that will kill me if I try to fight him. He is a health bard boss, so we'll have to come back and kill him at some point. Not now. The guys that are currently walking around, these little guys, this cannon fodder, they can all one-shot me at this moment. They also give a lot of runes if you kill them, which is fantastic for leveling up, but they will own my ass. So we are going to be skipping them. We may or may not come back to Rune Farm. When you're doing a 165 boss run, you don't typically have to like grind to level up. Typically the bosses will give you the level ups that you need as you go along in the run. That's one of the reasons why I enjoy this so much. Papa John's is best pizza. I agree. Their crust is fantastic. Okay, so we're going to be doing a little side quest thing right here. So we've found enough of these sites of grace that Millennia is basically like, yo, I want to show you my secret tunnel. And I'm like, baby, I'd love to go into your secret tunnel. So we're going to do that now. She's going to be taking us to the Round Table Hold. It's kind of like the safe space in this world, except whenever it's not. And we're only going there just to be able to access it. We're going to go right back. We're not going to stay. We're only going here so we have the ability to fast travel here later on. Okay, cool. So we're going to come back up here. So we've already discovered all of this. We're coming back down over here to Farum Great Bridge. My tunnel is full at the moment. Oh, I'll fill your tunnel even more, Don. You'll even know. You have no idea. Cool. So now that we've done all of that, let's go ahead and keep on running. So the next step basically is going to be for us to grab a few more sites of grace along the way. We don't technically have to do this right now because the guy that we're currently trying to access, we can't really kill with our current gear. But he is a guy that I do endorse cheesing because it's either killing 5 dragons or killing 1 dragon. I always opt for killing the 1. It just takes time. It takes like 5 minutes to kill him. And we don't have the right gear. We need something called an Uchigatana, probably at least, because it has bleed buildup, and that's what you need to kill him. If I use the straight sword, it would take around 10 minutes to kill him. And I don't think anybody wants to watch me swing a sword at one enemy for 10 minutes while I'm staying stagnant, so we're not going to do that. We have another boss up to our front left that we are not going to be fighting. It's an Air Tree Guardian or whatever. We definitely do not want to fuck with that guy. Even in my current run through, I still can't kill him, and I'm like level fucking, I think it's like not 100. I think I'm like level like 80 or something in that run. So I got a long way to go before I can fight this putrid avatar. So that big-ass dragon that's right in front of us does not fight back whenever you hit it. So you can just kill it straight up for like, I think if you have some buffs, you can get up to like almost 100k runes, which is a lot of levels. But again, I just can't do that at this very moment. We're not going to bother. So we're going to go ahead and access the side of grace. We're going to come up here. We're going to try... maybe we shouldn't do that yet, actually. We'll wait on that. The next thing that we want to do is we want to get the map marker for Caelid. So we're going to go and do that now. And then we're going to grab the meteorite staff and rock sling, which is going to be our main stuff for the first, like, 3 main bosses. 3, like, required main bosses. So that's going to carry us through a lot of this. We can get through a lot of other bosses with it as well. So if we want to get some more minor bosses level up more, we can also do that. Shouldn't be necessary. Shouldn't need to do that. We should be fine. We also have a level up that we can use for our wolves, which we won't be able to do until we get past a bit more of the storyline. So we're going to have to go through some things first. You'll notice that I have some debuffs at the top left of the screen, the sword and the armor looking down. That big boss that I was talking about that we could kill gives you the debuffs, which is why it takes so long to fucking kill him. I don't really have any counters to that right now because I don't have like any skills. I don't have any extra gear. I'm kind of like a naked guy running around at the moment. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. We're going to go ahead and run on through here. We're getting pretty close. There we go. We now have the map of Dragon Barrow. So that's part of Caelid, but not all of Caelid. The next area that we really want to go to is basically right around where that telescope is. To get across, we're going to go ahead and run up here. We actually have another side of grace like right around here, don't we? Yeah, we do. It's right there. Again, I have like a good amount of these maps memorized as far as sites of grace go. So it's usually pretty easy for me to find them and take advantage of extra respawn points along the way. What I don't have memorized is like upgrade materials, which I really need to get better at doing. So we'll definitely need to upgrade a lot of our stuff. Some of the benefits of using the meteorite staff is 1, you can use it early game, but 2, you can't actually upgrade it, which actually takes a lot of pressure off of trying to upgrade it. It comes with already really good scaling. It gets outclassed in the late game. For the early game, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to come up here. We're just going to kind of skip past some of these enemies around here. We're not even going to bother trying to go in that area right now. We're not going to make it nearly far enough. We just wanted to come in this general vicinity because I know that if I follow the path, I'll hit a handful of sites of grace. And they'll be able to slowly get over towards the meteorite staff. Tubby on pizza time. No worries. I'm just here to chill. Yeah, I didn't think there was a side of grace around here. Let's go ahead and keep on moving down then. Yeah, it's there. There it is. I fucking knew. I knew it was around. Let's get a quick drink in so I don't lose my voice along the way. So tomorrow is National Cinema Day. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is like one of the worst days to be a movie theater employee. Last year, National Cinema Day, every ticket was like, I think like $3 or some shit like that, which was stupid. And like major discounts on popcorn, drinks, and candy. And that was one of the busiest days since we had reopened. It was, again, ridiculous. So this year, it's like $4 tickets, I think. And you have $1 off candy, drinks, and popcorn. So not nearly as crazy, but now people are more aware of National Cinema Day. And we're even more removed from COVID. So I think we have relatively good odds of getting demolished tomorrow. So I am required to work. I haven't worked a Sunday since I became a GM. But I am being required to work because of how insane the day is going to be, which I would have done anyway, obviously. It's important that I make sure that my staff feels like they're being taken care of. So I would have been there one way or another. But we are going to get demolished. So tomorrow from like about 11 to 7, although I'm expecting to stay there later, we're just going to be probably lines to the door the entire day, except whenever like we don't have any starts coming up, which won't be very often based on how I built the schedule. No, it's a little bit further out, I think. So there's one more side of Grace we need to go to, and then I can follow the path basically over to get our meteorite staff. Right? I know I'm not crazy. I mean, I am crazy, that's not the point. Maybe a little bit further down? I could have sworn it was a little bit earlier than this, but maybe I'm wrong. Ooh, we can grab you. Thank you. Some extra golden runes, fantastic. Yes, love getting Scarlet Rot as well while we're running around. I think I'm just straight missing it. And I really don't know how. If we run along the coastline here, we'll probably be able to find it. Oh. Oh, that just straight kills me. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't think that was enough fall damage, but what do I know? Fair enough. Third death, damn. I wonder if we could have a neutral KD. Okay, well, where the hell is the other side of Grace? We can come back for that later. Oh, fuck, dude. It's like right here. Son of a bitch. It was just like slightly out of sight. Okay, I'm sorry. We definitely want to get those runes back then. So let's go ahead and head over there now and see if we can grab those. That was like a level and a half worth of runes for my early-ass level. I definitely can't just like not grab that. So we'll grab that, fast travel back, and then go, we're going to be going more north towards my loot that I need. It's also giving me a new armor set as well, which is fantastic. It's just an overall slightly better armor set, like in every single way, I think. So it's definitely worth grabbing before we fight the next required boss. I think it might be too high of a fall, so let's come down here instead. There we go. I feel like I'm playing Skyrim, fucking going up and down mountains and shit like this. Alright. So now we can go ahead and... you know what, actually? We're already so close to it. Let's go ahead and get the map marker for this area. We can also grab a golden seed, get more flasks that way. So this is probably worth doing anyway. Nice. No Knights Cavalry. Looks like we're pretty still early in the day. Again, I can't really fight Knights Cavalry this early. They're just bosses that I kind of need a little bit more stats for to fight. My goal is eventually to get the Moonveil Katana. It's kind of like my preferred... It's my favorite weapon to use in the game. I have not been using it as of recently with my other builds that I've been doing, but I am looking forward to getting that back. But once we get that, we can fight a lot more of the mountain enemies, like the Knights Cavalry, like the Tree Sentinel, because we can stagger them significantly easier, and they can't run away from us as easily. Alrighty, so this is where the fun begins for me. There are 3 pieces of major gear that I need to get from this little town we're walking into. It's going to be the Meteorite Staff, Rock Sling, and the Perfumer's Traveler's Gear. So let's go ahead and run along here. I want to say... It's been a minute. No, it's not around there. I think we need to come down around here. There we go. The big tower. No, not big tower. Fuck. Okay, hang on. I need to get my bearings, I guess. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong direction. First things first, we can go ahead and grab... Oh, it's going to be this way. I know now. So this gives me all of the new gear for the Traveler set. We're going to come over here and get the Meteorite Staff, then run down and get the Rock Sling skill. So just going to go ahead and jump on in. Meteorite Staff, thank you. We'll equip all of this after we get the hell out of here. It's not impossible to die in this area. Have you played Witcher 3? It's really similar to this. You think Witcher 3 is similar to a Soulsborne game? I don't know. The answer is no, though. I have not played any of the Witcher games. Again, there's a reason why I call myself sort of casual. I am not like a very hardcore gamer. I play very few games, like you mean to play but gets pushed back and queue all the time. Yeah, that's another thing, is like it's one of those games where I feel like I might like have bought it, but I wouldn't actually like end up wanting to play it because I focus too much on other games that I'd end up enjoying more instead. Okay, can I like get past, thank you, please? I'm gonna get poisoned just because you guys won't move out my fucking way. There we go. Thank you, and goodbye. We actually got out of there pretty much unscathed. These are all status bars, so they don't actually do any damage to me unless they get max, so that's pretty sick. Cool, we're just going to run out of aggro range, then teleport the fuck away from here. So we already got all the golden seeds that I really wanted to get from the area. We already got all the gear that we wanted. So we can actually go back over to... Ooh, actually, no. I'm going to do a slightly different path, I think. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go back to Mistwood Outskirts, which is where the Rune Bears were. I'm going to upgrade all my flasks, allocate them again, get all my new gear on real quick. Let's go ahead and do that. Again, we're putting on the Traveler set all the way through. Or I guess Perfumer / Traveler, whatever. Cool, it's just better gear. Then we're going to go ahead and do the Meteorite Staff instead. And then we're going to go ahead and rest. We need to memorize new spells. And we need to allocate our flasks again. So we're going to be adding, how many charges? One? Just one? Okay, just one for now. Then that, and then we're going to go ahead and do 2 for health, 4 for mana. And then we're going to memorize spell. We're going to get rid of both of these. We're going to start with Rock Sling and then have Glintstone Pebble. That way we have our default skill as the Rock Sling. Cool. So now we can go, I know another place where we can get another Golden Seed. And then we'll go down and we can get, I have a place where we can get another Golden Seed after that, and then 3 Sacred Tears, which makes our flask basically OP at this early stage of the game. Go ahead and grab the Golden Rune. These Golden Runes can be converted into actual runes for level ups, or what I usually save them for is for merchant purchases. I'll usually use all my runes to level up. Whenever I need to make a purchase, I'll redeem those instead. I love Witcher 3, 10 out of 10 game for me. Again, these are games that I would have considered trying at one stage of my gaming career, so to say. The problem that I usually run into now is I have pretty limited time being a salaried GM person. So what I typically run into is, the choices between my fitness, hanging out with my girlfriend, then my additional time for gaming. And I'm usually spending my time gaming on games that I find relaxing, that I'm used to, and I don't have to think much for. Getting a new game like Witcher, I'd have to actually use my brain. And I hate having to use my brain unless I have to. I'm not even thinking while I'm playing Elden Ring half the time. I'm usually only thinking if I go into an oh shit moment where I muscle memory just too hard and wasn't being conscious of my surroundings or whatever. That doesn't typically happen. Or games I've been playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! I have this online Yu-Gi-Oh! Game I've been playing, which has been really fun. Or Risk, which is another game I just basically turn my brain off to. In the world where I didn't have soul-crushing amounts of work to do, I'd probably end up playing a lot more games, though. Speaking of, Dawn, how is work going? I haven't gotten an update from you in a while about life in general, things along those lines. We're gonna go over to this graveyard, by the way. These graveyards will have these little white thingies. These are all runes, which is fantastic. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up all of these because again, just free currency for the future. There are a few of them that I've actually skipped as I've kind of gone through this run through. We'll eventually go back around to grab them. We don't need them right now. For the beginning part of the game, you don't even need to level up. I'm only doing it so I can wield the Meteorite Staff and maybe gain a few extra levels of either intelligence, mind, or health. But it's absolutely not necessary. You can fight Margit pretty easily in base form. A lot of people can do it with just straight up, God, what's it called? It's the deprived class, but there's an actual name for it now. Fuck, it doesn't matter. Basically, the most basic level class where you come in naked. You can absolutely beat him with that as well. So what I have now is more than enough. We're just going to go ahead and get geared up a little more because we're already kind of in the area. Yeah, let's not die, please and thanks. Okay, we're going to grab Smithing Stone, and then we're also going to grab a Stone Sword Key, and then we'll continue onwards to the Sign of Grace. So, Weeping Peninsula is a completely optional space in Elden Ring. You could literally never visit this space and beat the game. We come here because it has 3 Sacred Tears, a Golden Seed, and a spell slot. It also has some potential for later quests down the line. So I spend quite a bit of time Weeping Peninsula despite the fact that I don't have to. And of course, because we're doing an all bosses run, we will have to kill every boss in this area as well. The main boss in this area we could probably take on now, but I'm not going to yet. I want to go through Margit first. I want to be able to upgrade my spirit summons to make these boss runs a little bit faster. Because again, for me, it's not a skill thing. It's just I want to get this done as quickly as possible. Okay, Pog, we got that killed. We get the Mighty War Shot. Do I actually need that? No. Do I think it's sick that I have it now? Yeah. What I got was an Ash of War. It lets you upgrade weapons, basically, to have extra skills. As a sorcerer, though, we almost never use them. The sword we're planning on getting, the Moon Veil, has a built-in Ash of War that you have to use for it. You can't add a new one. And you can't put them onto scepters where you're casting spells from. So they're objectively useless for us. But getting a new thing is nice. Now back in the office, moved to a new desk and very happy with the new spot. Happy to hear that. Sad that you can't be a work from homer anymore. I never got the opportunity to do that. I wouldn't mind someday being able to work from home if the job was right. But it often almost never is, right? Okay, so we got that. We're going to go ahead and come over here and kill the turtle in this spot. And then we have one more turtle to kill after that. Once we do that, that barrier will go down, and then we'll be able to get an extra spell slot. As a sorcerer build, having a lot of spell slots is absolutely important. So we definitely do not want to miss the opportunity. Just going to come back over through here. Having the sword is basically a non-factor to me, honestly. We're going to do next to no damage with it, so it's not really worth. I mainly use it in case I run out of mana, have a boss in front of me, and I just need to like stagger it a little bit. But the odds of that happening are pretty low. Really, it's more out of habit that I keep it in my right hand until we get the Moonveil right. So kind of the path I want to take is I want to get my Spirit Summons leveled up a bit more. Maybe get a more tanky one to kind of help me take on Margit. Let's go ahead and also get that. And then maybe I can go ahead and try to fight the Magma Wyrm, and that's the one that actually guards the Moonveil. So, again, the goal by the end of the stream is to have the Moonveil in my hand, but that Magma Wyrm is actually really difficult to fight. I do want to talk to you. I do want to purchase... We're going to spend almost all of our runes on this. It'll come in handy after I kill Margit. We don't really use consumables, so we're going to go ahead and throw that away. And we'll continue onwards. Oh, come on. There we go. That medallion will give me like an extra small percentage of health. It's almost a non-factor. But for the beginning part of the game, I don't really have talismans that are particularly useful. So having something like that slotted in that at least gives me some benefits better than not having anything at all. We're about to get a huge-ass arrow shot at us, by the way, so don't be alarmed if I randomly stagger. That huge booming sound is a big-ass giant shooting arrows at me. Completely optional to fight. It's not a actual boss, doesn't have a health bar, so it doesn't count. So I usually try to avoid it the best I can. It's just kind of an obstacle in the way. Over there, you're going to see the little golden area. That's where the golden seed's going to be. This area also has a death bird at night, which is another required boss we'll have to kill. But death birds are not something that you fight as a early game character. We definitely want to be a little bit more beefed up for that. Okay, let's not get shot, please. Okay, we're good. Awesome. We escape unscathed. So now we got the golden seed, we got the map. We now have 3 sites that we're going to need to go to get all of our sacred tiers. I can do it from memory, so I guess there's no reason for me to put on any map markers. The path is relatively simple once you get used to it. Again, I've done like, God, I think like 10 or 12 character setups in my time. And a lot of those characters have gotten past the first handful of required bosses minimum. A handful of the characters have gotten all the way to the very end of the game. And then one character, the one that I 100%ed with, I am on like New Game Plus like 5 or 6 now. And the max you can do is 7. Every time you New Game Plus, where you restart the game with the same character, bosses get harder, and you also get more runes for each kill, and you get to keep all the things you acquired. Well, not all of them. You get to keep most of the things you acquired from previous runs. There's some things you do not get to bring along with you. So I'm not sure if we'll actually end up using any faith stuff, but we'll go ahead and grab the Fairy Flimsy here. We're going to go ahead and run away. It's basically a required hit. I very often am not able to get away without getting hit there. So we're going to go ahead and run on through here. Now there's a spot somewhere along this path that I can jump down into. There. Cool. So we're going to go ahead and come up here and just full send it. And basically when you get close enough to this, it negates fall damage. Then we're going to jump up. And now we're across a bridge that would have taken us an additional like 3 or 4 minutes to run around to. And now we're just going to go ahead and run on through here. Again, I know this isn't very action-packed for this beginning part after I killed the first few bosses, but the setup is really important. This is what's going to allow us to kill bosses over and over again in order. So it's definitely worth doing. Riding over to that church next to get the next sacred tier. And then we'll have one more in the southwest area we'll need to take care of. So yeah, everything's been going good over here, though. I am now like a little bit over 3 months into my job. I'm very much established with the team now. Getting a lot of training in for them. The building hasn't fallen apart yet, so I think I'm doing okay. I definitely feel like a failure every single shift that I run, but I do know rationally that we're doing okay enough where my boss isn't breathing down my neck all the time. So that's always a positive. I finished a work trip up recently, and I did karaoke bar for the first time. I have never had alcohol or gambled, nor do I think will I ever. So I was designated driver. I was the sober one of the group. And it was very interesting hanging out with like fully like just like shit-faced drunk people. I in my 25 years of existence, haven't really like gone to a bar and like done the bar thing before. So it was very interesting to observe those behaviors. I felt kind of like a really weird sense of like fly on the wall syndrome. I end up matching the energy that I have in the room a lot, so like I was acting like a fucking fool too, to be honest. But I was having a blast with it. I never felt uncomfortable or anything, so that was a very big positive for me for sure. And I definitely have videos of me singing very poorly into an echoey mic in some random Japanese bar in Texas. So those are some fond memories now. We're going to go ahead and grab this side of Grace right here. We're going to grab that Sacred Tear, and that basically concludes the setup portion. We can go ahead and fight the first main required boss now, which is pretty exciting. So we're going to be heading over to Gatefront. We'll be able to get another Golden Seed on our way over there, which is awesome. Let's go and do that now. And we also have an NPC we're going to have to talk to. We're going to get this flesh. There's literally no reason to do it, in my opinion. I've never had a reason to use it for crafting, but I always grab it anyway for some reason. Again, you see shiny object, you want to pick up shiny object. It's just shiny object syndrome. He's going to blow his horn. It literally doesn't matter. There's not enemies close enough by to make a difference. We're going to go ahead and again grab the golden seed here. And then we're actually going to take a weird route. We're not going to follow the road so we can avoid a wolf ambush. That does end up following me to the side of Grace over here, which is always really annoying, so I try to avoid it the best I can. We're going to go ahead and grab this. We're going to grab the stone sword keyed up there and then talk to Rodrigo over there. She will eventually be the person that lets us upgrade our summons. Again, we have to get past this first boss before we can even access the area where I can do that. And even then, it's still a little bit of a trek. So, basically, this run can go into two different paths from this point. I could either fight Margit, get past him, get my talisman slot, work on the castle, or I could skip all that entirely, go to Liurnia, and continue to set up through Liurnia. I don't think that's necessary, which is why I'm not going to do that. The biggest downside is skipping Margit. Well, there's downsides to it. I'm still very underleveled in Liurnia. Obviously, as being a later portion of the game, is going to have harder bosses for me to fight, which is not something I can really do, and their base enemies are also kind of difficult. So that's the first thing you run into. Again, there's no reason for me to do this. And I didn't even hit. I don't even care. I'm just going to skip it. Literally inconsequential, does not matter. Not to mention with Liurnia, I have a lot less of that memorized. I know like all the things I need to do to set up in there, but like the extras, the random places to get loot and stuff, I still haven't 100% memorized. So I'd like time to set that up beforehand, like learn, or at least like refresh myself on that before I run through it. It's better that we do the things we're familiar with to start with, because it's just easier for us to do. Okay, how far from a level up? Let's go ahead first. We're going to add charge to Flask. We actually had 2 charges. Holy shit. That's fantastic. And we're going to go ahead and we're using a lot of Sacred Tears here. At least 3. I think it might just be 3, actually. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and allocate these. So let's go 3 health, 5 mana. We're about to go into a boss fight. We can level up now. The most difference we can make right now is adding to Vigor. So let's go ahead and do that. Cool. Well, I think without further ado, let's go ahead and fight the first required boss of the game. We're going to summon Rajir to help. We are allowed to summon NPCs, we can't summon people. Awesome. This boss took me like, I think close to like 20 attempts during my first run through the game. Nowadays, not even nearly the same amount. I can typically do it in 1 or 2 attempts on just about any save file. Once you kind of get used to his patterns, it makes it a lot easier. Like most things in life, once you do enough practice, it's usually a lot easier. So yeah, let's go ahead. I actually killed him last night when I was doing a test run of this before stream, using just my basic ass Glintstone spell. So having Rock Sling will make this a lot faster and easier. And again, I have enough Cerulean Tears, but that shouldn't matter. He's going to do a lunge jump attack. He's not going to be doing it towards me, though. He's going to be doing it towards the summon from Rajir. Again, these are basically just my bullet sponges while I do damage from a distance. Easiest way, in my opinion, to fight him. I do take a hit there, but he's also staggered, so let's go ahead and heal. Okay, is he going to come from me, or no? He's not. Okay, fantastic. I think this is a wasted spell. Yeah, wasted spell. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up our mana. We are getting a lot of missed wasted spells. Rajir is dead. No, he's not dead. He's almost dead. Now he's dead. Our wolves are on their last legs. We're about to have to fight this guy one up. Let's go ahead and get started. So doing glintstone is going to be less of a setup. Oh, I didn't even set up my wondrous physic, did I? Yeah, I straight up didn't do that. It's like one less health charge for me. Okay, I should be fine. I have full health, I have full mana. And he's basically like 2 steps from death. Okay, let's go. Punished, get fucked. Ha! First try, let's go. Yeah! Get fucked, Margaret Fell Omen. Okay, so equipment. We now have 2 talisman slots. We're going to go ahead and do the Crimson Amber Medallion and the Flame Drake Talisman. The Flame Drake Talisman probably doesn't matter. It's a little bit of extra flame resistance, which I guess is useful for the next boss, but in most other cases, who really cares? Let's go ahead and level up. So we probably want to be at level 15 Vigor for now. This is probably going to be enough to keep us going. We want level 20 Intelligence. And then we are pretty borderline to get the next level, but we'll go ahead and wait. This gives us a little more survivability. With the Crimson Medallion as well, that definitely helps. So we can go ahead and run with this setup. I need to mix my Wondrous Physic, though, because I don't think that actually has anything in it right now, which is kind of a problem. I at least wanted to have the health charge, so I don't have to worry as much about health. It definitely wasn't the cleanest market fight I've ever had, but again, first trying, I'm never going to complain about. Also, we killed an extra boss, which means that we need to go ahead and add that to our counter. So we are now at 4 out of 165. There we go. So if we go down this path, it's going to take us longer to kill more bosses because we're going for a main boss, which it just takes more time to get to. But it's going to help us out in the long term to at least progress this a little bit further, so we can get those Spirit Summon upgrades. So we're going to at least go like halfway through this dungeon. No, I didn't mean to do that. I'll use the main gate. I don't know if you can open the main gate if you don't do this option, and I want to kill him. This guy's an asshole. If you die in the castle area while he's still alive, he actually steals some of your runes. If you die normally, your runes stay the same. So we are going to be killing him. Yeah, you're mad, I know. But you're going to die, and I feel zero shame about it too, because you're an absolute dickweed. He also traps you in a room with a really hard enemy for absolutely no reason. This guy has absolutely no chill whatsoever. Now, I'm not going to let you hit me. Fuck you. You don't deserve it. You're not worth the blood I would be spilling if you hit me. This is like one of the most hated NPCs in the game. Cannot stand him. Oh, you actually hit me, you son of a bitch. Damn it, why is it always me? Makes you're an asshole. You ever think about that? Maybe next time, don't be a dick. Easy enough, right? Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and continue. So this dungeon will take a while to get through, but again, we're only going halfway through. Because we need to be able to get the Chrysalid Memento to give to Roderica, who will then go to the Round Table Hold and then become a vendor for us to upgrade our Spirit Ashes, and then also give us a Golden Seed, which is less important than everything else I mentioned, but it's still relevant. Is everybody following what I'm doing, by the way? Do I need to explain anything about this game or how any of this works? I'm realizing this is a year-old game now, and some people may not be fully familiar with what I'm doing. I think so. Cool. If I ever need to like explain how something works or what's happening, just let me know. I don't think I can hit you from here. He's gonna be an asshole and call his friends. There's nothing I can do about it. Yep, asshole calling his friends. But you'll die. So there is that. Yep. Okay, let's just kill one of you, and then the other one after. Oh damn, he swung first. Shit. Okay. I'll be fine. I think, probably. I didn't want to take a heal so early, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Alright, we got these guys to kill over here. They're not really much consequence to us. I get the gist of it. Yeah, you run around, you kill things, you don't get hit. I make it look pretty easy, I will say, but there are a lot of skill check issues in this game that I definitely bypass by being good. Because however I take random damage like that, that pisses me off. Okay, let's go ahead and roll through this. Just getting the random items. These things don't matter, but getting the extra money for them is really important. because again, early game levels are pretty vital. It's a trap. Get past it. He hits me anyway. Shit. I don't have enough mana. I couldn't cast. It's fine. Again, this is like the one time having a sword's useful, but it's on fodder enemies like this that don't matter. All right, there we go. Rob another one over here we can kill. Yeah, it's probably worth grabbing. Get the golden runes, probably worth it. Now we'll come back over here. This game's really fun to me. I've always really enjoyed it. I never take the time to like fully breathe in the surroundings. I'm always going on to like the next thing, basically. That's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, so we have a hard-ass enemy in here to fight. Don't love dealing with him. Let's go. Okay, first things first, grab the key. Alright. Yeah, you're gonna fucking rush me, I know. Okay, come on. Yep, staggered. Fuck. Shit. Alright, come on. Shit. Shit. Shit! My rolls! Oh, they're not good! Oh, man. Okay, hang on. Heal. We're good. Oh, you're fucked now, guy. I have so much health. Get wrecked! Yeah, he would fucking destroy me constantly during my first run through of this game. The whole reason you even want to kill him is so you can get access to this chest a little bit safer. Because we want to get that, the Curved Sword Talisman. We could probably use that instead of the Flame Drink. It increases guard counters. I don't care enough, I guess. Guard counters don't really matter. Alright, so now we have that key from that room. We can go ahead and come down here. Open up this door. And continue on our way. Fantastic. Over to our left over here, there's going to be an enemy that will try to ambush you. If you're not very careful, he will backstab the hell out of you, and you will lose a lot of health in the process. We're going to go ahead and kill the enemies over here and grab the items, because they are good. Alright, yep. Just take unnecessary damage, and we fall. Cool. Let's go all the way back around, go all the way up that slow-ass ladder, because I'm bad at platforming. Awesome. So, Don, why'd you stop playing the game? Like, is there a reason you didn't want to finish it? Listen, if you need someone to help you, help carry you through the game, I'm always happy to offer my cervix. Oh, I mean services. Yeah, that's what I meant. Alright, we get a Commodore's headbands, and we get the fire grease. That's probably worth it. Let's do it. We can get some extra items. It can't hurt. I mean, unless it does, but... Alright, come on, bring it on. You think your fucking shield's gonna protect you from my ass? Nah. You ain't ready for it. You, however, are going to fuck me up, probably. Okay, there we go. You're done. Let's go ahead and take this. We just wanted the brick hammer. It's good for selling. Come up here. Health is not looking great. It probably wouldn't hurt to rest at the side of Grace before continuing, but I think we can get away with not doing it. We just have to be a little bit less greedy. So we gotta be very careful not to get backstab. Fuck! Okay, well he didn't backstab me. He was only able to punch, that's fine. The backstab almost kills you, basically. That was barely a love tap. Alright, let's go ahead and pick you up. So these give you better item discovery, so like things have a higher chance of dropping the Silver Pickled Foot. The other guy I killed earlier had one of those as well. Coming over here to grab some mushrooms. We love to get some shrooms in our lives. We'll go ahead and come on around here. There's going to be a big-ass knight I do not want to fight. I think we can get by without him seeing us. Nice. Yeah, you definitely... There is no good reason to fight him. Especially because we're so close to a side of Grace, which will give us our next little like save point, basically. So we're getting kind of close to Crystal of Memento. Got to try something else and got to the point of not knowing what to do and getting killed all the time. I mean, you could look at like the maps or the guides if you feel like that might be a way to get you back into it. What do I need? Actually, I need to look at Moonveil Katana requirements. Moonveil requirements. I need 12 strength, 18 dexterity, and 23 intelligence. So we're going to focus on getting the intelligence up first. That's the actual relevant stat for our damage. We're going to have to get all those other stats up as well, though. In order. Oh, I have someone actually commented in my YouTube chat. From Deadgee Plays, where you been? Fucking working, my guy. I have been working my ass off, getting promoted at work and moving with my girlfriend and moving states. That's all been kind of taking up some time. I apologize. That's crazy. I didn't think anybody would ever actually comment to my YouTube chat. One more? Yeah, you're good. Cool. So this area has like a two diverting paths. We're just going to take the main path just so we can get focused on getting some more bosses cleared. Because once we can upgrade our Spirit Ashes, we have a lot more things that we can focus on at that point. You are my biggest problem right now. I think I can hit you through that, right? Yeah, nice. Okay. One more. Those guys can and will fuck you up if you're not careful. So you gotta be real cautious when you're approaching that fight. I would definitely encourage you to finish the game, though. It's very rewarding. It's a lot of fun. Again, once you get used to the mechanics of it, like, it's not even stressful anymore. It's literally just fun. Okay, 2 out of the 3 go down. That's all I needed. I'm basically just baiting these guys. I don't actually care about beating them. I just want them to start getting onto the ladder so I can jump down without having to deal with them. Cool. So we're gonna come down here and around. I think Rogier is still alive despite the fact that he died to the market fight. Yeah, cool. I want to talk to him. I want to buy some stuff from him.
The pleasure's mine. I'm looking for when I'm not hot.
Oh shit! Ow! Why? What? Why? What? Oh, you guys followed me all the fucking way over here? Holy shit! What? Since when? That never happens. Jesus Christ! That has never happened to me. Fuck, dude. I thought they were high. I probably shouldn't have gone down as early as I did. Well. Shit, okay. Well, that presents a new problem. Now we're gonna have to go through all that again. Oops. My bad. 1, 2. Get hit, please. Thank you. That's 4 deaths for 4 bosses killed. Again, I just want to keep like at least like a neutral KD if possible, please, game. Okay, there we go. Again, at least I'm good at killing these guys, so I guess it doesn't matter. And we get some Stormhawk feathers out of it, or flight pinion, whatever shits, who cares. Maybe I could just try not to aggro them, and maybe that'll work out fine. I kind of want that, but I don't need it right now. Let's keep going. No, we should just kill them and be safe, honestly. Alright. Again, we get 2 meteorites down there. We at least kill the peon. The knight doesn't even notice us, which is huge. We can just go ahead and skip right on by then. I mean, I want to deal with Rogier. He has a skill I really want. Yep, Nobody cares. Nobody asked. Not a single person asked in the history of the planet. Just let me buy things. I do want to kill Godric, but whatever. Who cares? Keep talking. Yep, that's great. I would love to learn them. Please keep talking. Cool. Okay. I would want the Carrion Great Sword, 2,500. I think these give me like, what, 200 each? Right? Yeah, 200 each. So we're at 2,500. Fantastic. Learn skills. We're going to go for the Carrion Great Sword, which is going to come in handy later to kill some peons. Do I care about killing that knight at all? Yeah, I guess. Whatever. We can kill him in 3 shots. Who cares? Well, maybe less with the shield up and stuff, but it's fine. It doesn't matter, he's gonna die anyway. Yeah, there we go. Get fucked. 400, you know, 400 runes, not bad. Actually kind of a worthwhile proposition. Don, I get distracted by your beautiful eyes all the time, so I feel that. Okay, we're gonna come on through here. Grab the fun little item for some extra golden runes. The number next to the golden rune is not how many golden runes I got. The golden rune 2 means it's the 2nd tier golden rune. First tier gives you 200, 2nd tier 400. I think it just scales up from that point. I think it might keep doubling, but don't quote me on that. So the first things we're going to do is go up this elevator. This elevator brings us back to the original side of Grace that we were at. But by activating this elevator, it's now usable before it wasn't usable. So now we have usable, we can come down. And then we can get the whole reason that we came into here to begin with. We can get the thing for that, which is the Crystal of Memento. And that is going to allow us to upgrade our wolves. Which, I mean, it's not, like, incredibly worth, but it's worth enough. Yeah, I know. You're mad. I know. You're mad, too. I know. Life is hard, because you have to die. Nobody wants to, everybody has to. Alright, let's go ahead and grab lumps of flesh, get the Crystal's Memento, Golden Rune. Cool, so next thing we're going to do is fast travel back over to Stormhill Shack and talk to our girl Rodrika. Ooh, work phone's going off. Hello. Give me 1 second. This is me being a GM now. That's not good. Cool. I have sludge coming up from the floor drains. Love that. Great. Alrighty. So we're just going to go ahead and talk to her, give her the memento. Then she's going to be super happy, which is great. And then she's going to have to say, I'm going to round table hold. And then we're going to rest of the sign of grace, and then she'll be gone. Okay. So after she leaves, she used to leave behind the golden seed. I think that now she just gives it to you over here, which is fine. We'll go ahead and grab it from her. Isn't it being a GM fun where you get to be salaried and have random bullshit come out of nowhere? Love that. Okay, so she's here now. So we can go ahead and talk to her. She's going to be like, hey, I wonder what my purpose in life is. Here's a golden seed for your trouble, though. Here's my thanks or whatever. There you go. Thank you. Cool. So now we're going to go talk to the blacksmith. We have not talked to the entire game yet, because we're never going to really need him for what we currently have. About Rodrika, whatever, she has spirit tuning, their eyes are the same hue, cool, nobody asked. Now I'm going to go tell Rodrika about that. She'd be like, oh my god, I'd love to do that, that'd be so cool. That sounds like a good purpose for me. I don't know though, I don't know if he'd actually want to train me or not. Yada yada yada. And then we're going to go talk to him and be like, hey, she wants to talk to you about it. And he's going to be like, she doesn't want me to do that, you're lying. But are you lying though? And then I'll talk to her and then I'll rest outside of Grace. You can tell I've done this too many times because I just know this all by heart. Would you watch over Rodrika? Besides, she never agreed to it. It's what she wants. It's too good to be true. I know. I know. Whenever you get one of those, little blonde girls over there, you just really wanna, hope. Cool. And then let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna rest. I'm gonna read my messages. It's in both my bathrooms. Fantastic. Okay, so now she will be a spirit tuner, and now we can use her to upgrade our shit. I know you'd certainly like to try. Well, you must certainly try, of course. Spirit tuning, and upgrade, and now we can move on. Okay, so now we can start doing a boss run. Now we have everything that we need to kill as many bosses as we really want to at this point. So really it's just a matter of what order do we want to do the bosses in. God, I think I want to come over here first. We're going to go northwest, and we're going to do a dual boss to start with. It's 2 bosses in 1. I think it's probably worth just getting out of the way. It gives us access to a few extra areas. It seems like a good overall idea, so we're going to do that. Cool, we'll come on down here. 1:40 p.m. on a Saturday. I wonder how busy they are to be able to deal with that. Okay. I think I can make this. Nope, I did not do that jump right. I think we still might get the proc it. Okay, we get the proc it anyway. We get an undeserved lid. We should have died from that. I cannot believe I missed that jump. Alright, let's go ahead and come on through here. There is a vendor. We do not care about them though. They are not relevant towards our mission. I don't think they actually have anything that I even want anyway. So we're going to come through this cave right here. It is going to be dark, unfortunately. Can't really do much about it. I mean, I could get a torch. I could get a lantern. But frankly, that's just too much of an ask whenever I just want to go through here and kill everything. So we're not going to really bother looting in here. I don't think there's really anything that's like worth grabbing for the most part. Something's like obviously easy to grab, we'll grab it, but otherwise, nah. Like that. Okay, we're now in the boss area. We'll go ahead and summon our dudes. And then we're going to go ahead and kill you off real quick. So you'll see how much damage he takes from this. It's pretty huge. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Wait, I got stuck. Oh no. Okay, hang on. First things first, we need more mana. Then I want to heal off half mine with this. Okay, now we're good to kill you. Yeah, that was an unfortunate time to get stuck. Okay, cool. So one of the two bosses is dead. Let's go ahead and kill the peons, just they're kind of in the way right now. They take like almost no effort to kill, they're just kind of in the way. Okay, now we have the second boss. You can see there's two demi-human chiefs in the health bar, so we have to make sure they both get killed. I don't really know where the other one is. I think he's more deep. Yeah, he's more deep into there. Okay, cool. Yeah, they say separated too, so it's not even like a real double boss. It's like a discount one, where like you can't like heal between them basically, which is not an issue at all. It's like not even a skill check. And these are just like regular ass enemies we'll end up fighting on later as well, so the game's just trying to set that up for later. Cool. So now we have the bosses killed. We have the tailoring shit, which is great. We're not done with this cave yet, though. Normally you just leave a cave straight up. I do want to go ahead real quick, and let's go ahead and update our bosses killed to 5 out of 165. And let's also go ahead and update our list as well, just to be safe. So we have the demi-human chief one. Cool, got it. Alrighty, onwards. If you come through this dark-ass cave where you can't even fucking see, you go deep enough, you will eventually come out on the other side in some fucking dragon communion shit or whatever. Am I at a dead end? Oh god, I think I might be. Okay, hang on. I think we need to hang a left instead. Yeah, I'm right. It's left, right? No, I'm back where I started. Hang on. Okay, we're just gonna... If you just hug the left wall long enough, you literally can't not get out. That's how that works. Oh, I have to jump. I'm just an idiot. Okay, that's what I had to do. I can kind of vaguely see. There's gonna be enemies here, too, we have to deal with. Yeah, I'm just gonna avoid your ass if I can. I really don't prepare for the fight. Thanks. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah, just bye. Cool. But it gives us another side of grace to check off real quick. It's better to do it now than to try to do it later if I ever want to come over this area, because the truck would be much longer having doing it from scratch. So now we're here. Let's go ahead and get Torrent. We're going to climb up the top, and then there will be a side of grace near this little church area. There's really nothing else of value except for the side of grace, in my opinion. You can try to get some dragon spells, but frankly, I don't think it's that worth it in the grand scheme of things. I don't even think there's an item here. I'm going to double check, but I'm like mostly confident about that. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It has like the Dragon Communion seal, I think. Ritual Dragon Communion, yep. Okay, cool. Oh, I mean, I could have sworn I had the Dragon Communion seal. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Huh. I guess it doesn't. Yeah, completely useless area. Doesn't actually matter. Okay. So we got that boss taken care of. It's probably worth getting the Uchi Katana. We don't really have the stats for it yet, but, fuck it, why not? So we're going to do this. We're going to go over to Stormhill Shack, and we're going to be going mega east. We got a handful of bosses to kill kind of in this general area that we need to deal with. We could also probably unlock Selen. We can also get the Great Sword spell set up as well. So we're going to... Wait, can I not use that? Oh, I wonder if I don't have the requirements for it yet. That's actually kind of curious. Hang on. Let's look at our spells. Oh, I'm stupid. It's inventory item crafting. What am I doing? I 100% bought it, didn't I? No, I definitely bought... Oh. This is an Ash of War. I'm fucking stupid. I thought it was the spell variant. Oh, what an idiot. Okay, well... we spent a lot of runes for that for pretty much no reason. But that's not like the biggest deal in the world. Like, we'll live. Dude, you are a big-ass motherfucker, aren't you? Yeah, I'm just gonna not fight you. How about that? Ever think about that, huh? There's also gonna be a wolf ambush kind of around here. I think we avoided it, thankfully. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Do this. We need the Sign of Grace, and then we can keep on moving forward. This is why I marked it up, because the road's not 100% clear at all times. When you get past here, there should be another Side of Grace kind of nearby as well, and then we can head over to the little cave we need to go to. We can also go ahead and just grab a little bit of an extra item. Nope, never mind. Missed the window to do it, don't want to get hit. I'm pretty sure the cave is kind of up in this direction. like around like the left-hand side here. It's been a little bit since I've had to go into this one. Maybe up here? If not, it's not a horrible... Yeah, there we go. Cool. Yeah, this is the cave that we need to get into. I don't think we have the stats for it, but we're going to have to get the stats for it for the sake of the Moonveil anyway, so it helps us build towards it. Yep, Death Touch Catacombs. I'm going to skip every single enemy in this dungeon because they're all bullshit. So these are skeleton enemies instead of the imp enemies that we've been seeing in the past. And the primary difference between the two of them is that imp enemies, when you kill them, they stay dead. When you kill a skeleton one, they only stay dead after you hit their corpse, which is some bullshit. So we definitely don't want to deal with that. We're going to go through the secret tunnel here. Secret tunnel. And this is going to have another little glovewort for us to grab. And we're only really getting grave gloveworts right now instead of the ghost variants, but we don't really need the ghost variants right now, so it's fine. We get the Uchikatana. That is one of the starting class weapons. It's the one that the samurai gets. And it's also just a fantastic weapon in general to use. Okay, we're going to get hit. That's fine. Go ahead and pull the lever so we can open up the dungeon. Grab the random item. Oh, he has golden eyes, though. Oh, that means he has so much runes to give me. Hang on. Actually kind of worth killing. Didn't think I'd find one that was. Let me hit you. Please. Let me hit him. Let me hit him once. Come on, please. Please! Oh my god! Why? Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Fuck you guys. I got greedy. 5 for 5. It's fine. When they have golden eyes, you get 3 times the amount of runes for killing them. It actually would have been worth killing him if I could have gotten there, but I couldn't. And now I have to go retrieve my 1,200 runes, which is a tad bit unfortunate. I mean, I don't have to. I could just skip them, but again, like that's for my early levels, that's not an insignificant amount of runes, and it doesn't take me a whole lot of extra time to grab it. To earn that amount from basic mobs takes a little bit longer than I'd like, so it's probably worth doing this. So we're just going to skip through all these enemies. We're going to grab them and get the fuck out. They're also random, so like that extra rune guy isn't going to be around this time. Which is probably for the best so I don't get greedy again. Because fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, I'm an idiot. Alright, I'm just gonna not get hit by you, thanks. Yeah, I know you guys all wanted to hit me. I just thought through like 6 fucking attacks, get fucked. I just destroyed your entire fucking clan. How do you feel about that? So we're gonna go ahead. I think we're gonna be fighting. Oh god, I can't remember which enemy he is. Oh my god, I think it might be the Shade. No, it can't be the Shade, right? It could be the Shade. I don't know. I guess we'll see. No, it's the Black Knife Assassin. Oh, that's actually a hard fight. Oh, I might be out of my depth here. We're gonna try our best. He's vulnerable, but he hits really fucking hard. If you're not careful, he will own your ass. He started with less health than I expected. Okay, we got him. I'm thinking in terms of a melee character, not thinking in terms of, well, my sorcerer class. So this is a death root. This is what you give to the guy at the random Caleb building that I kind of mentioned like an hour ago. I'm just gonna quickly check the YouTube chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. Nah, cool. I didn't think so. Got the one message on there. Okay, cool. We got another boss done though. Let's go ahead and mark it off. Black Knife Assassin, boom, and let's go ahead and mark it off of our text. So it's going to be 6 out of 165. I'm sure there's a better way to do that. But for the life of me, I have no idea. Okay, first thing I want to see is what is the requirement for Uchikatana? I need 11 strength, 15 dexterity, which is less than the Moonveil needs, but I need to get that for the Moonveil anyway. So that is going to be our next priority, is be able to equip the Uchikatana. Let's go ahead and go back to the side of Grace, and then we can fight the Tibia Mariner. It's a pretty easy boss fight, pretty easy runes for us to grab. So it's going to be right around over there. So we just need to go out the exit and head that direction. That's the next boss that we can fight. So let's go ahead and head on over there now. Probably have to go down this way, though. And, of course, our little jar dude is not going to be there, because we already hit Kaled. Oh, no, never mind. Alexander the Jar is there. I honestly didn't expect you to be, because I went to Kaled, but whatever. Yep, uh-huh. Oh, I have to talk to you first to get you out? Okay, fine. Help him out. Uh-huh. Yep. It's gonna help you get out. There we go. No real reason to do this. I mean, he gives you stuff, but it's not like stuff that's worth it. It's Exalted Flesh, who cares? We'll be seeing him a lot throughout the game, so it doesn't hurt to be friends with him. We will eventually have to kill him, though, which is a shame. He is a nice guy. Alright, we'll go ahead and activate the Side of Grace and continue onwards. This is a guy that we actually need to fight as a boss later on, but for now we're just going to go ahead and skip by him. He's not really worth the trouble. And instead, we're going to keep on going on towards the Tibia Mariner. I do need to probably go back and kill the Mad Pumpkinhead boss and get access to Sullen. Don't see a lot of value in doing that right now. I kind of check on my people as well. No, they're fine. So both my bathrooms might be shut down at my building, which is interesting. You do hate to see that. Okay, let's go ahead and rest up over here. I don't see D around here. There's supposedly a quest line that you can do with a guy named D around here, but I guess not. We're going to go ahead and summon our people. We're going to need to do this off Torrent to be able to cast. And we're going to fuck his shit up. Pog All Bosses Run. Welcome to the stream, Salty Luigi Kart 8. I love the name. Yeah, All Bosses Run. I've been doing this casually for a while, like on my own personal time, and I realized there was no reason for me not to try a stream of run-through of it. I was doing the casual one with a Bleed Katana build, but the first ever run-through that I did when I 100%ed Elden Ring was with a Sorcerer. I kind of wanted to go back to it. That's kind of where we're at now today. Kind of the goal for this stream, honestly, is just try to get the Moonveil Katana before the end. We have a lot of leveling to do to be able to wield it. Once we have the required levels for that, then we'll go ahead and fight the Magma Wyrm to be able to acquire it. It also gives us an opportunity to try to level up maybe some of our weapons and or our Spirit Ashes as well. So we're basically just killing bosses to that end, essentially. Cool. So that's one more taken care of. Let's go ahead and mark it off the list. I am also tracking with a third-party list just to make sure I don't accidentally miss anything. Yeah, welcome. This is going to be what the channel's going to be focusing on for the next however many streams it takes to do this. I have no idea how many hours it's going to take to complete this, I'm not going to lie. So we'll just kind of have to see, I guess. It's probably worth going to there, right? I think, is there something there? Nah, nothing worth it. Okay, cool. I guess Mad Pumpkinhead's probably next on the list. That seems like the next best one to fight. I'm basically just trying to go through all the easy ones today. Just try to get the number a little bit higher, get the extra runes. I've already killed Margit. We haven't gone for Morgott yet, just because I wanted to get, again, a few extra levels. I'd like to get the Uji Katana before I fight him, and I need to get more strength and dex first, because I started with the Astrologer class, which, as you're probably aware, isn't exactly the strongest in the strength or dex department. Basically, my entire run-through is going to be get exactly bare minimum to get the Moonveil equipped, and then pump everything into probably mainly intelligence with a little bit of mind and vigor, and maybe some dexterity. It just kind of depends on how the run plays out. I like having a good amount of dexterity, but I've gotten so efficient with dodge rules, I don't really need it as much as I did back during my first playthrough. Like, I don't have to panic roll nearly as much as I used to. Okay, let's go ahead and come on down here. Yeah, we're just going to skip all of that. Nope, I was wrong. I miscalculated by a little bit. Holy shit. Shit. We're good. That little bit of health won't matter, right? Probably not. Alrighty. Mad Pumpkinhead. You took me down 6 times my first ever run-through of this game. Can you repeat the process? Somehow I doubt it. You did get some bleed on me? That's fine. I just wanted to get out of the fucking way. Alright, yeah, you're done now, guy. Sorry about this. Anyway, Salty, in case you're still hanging around. Rules for this, I can't summon other people to help. I can use Spirit Ashes, however. I can't do any glitches or exploits. I'm not sure if the Knights Cavalry and Kaled is considered a glitch whenever you let them jump off, or if killing the Dragon Grail is a glitch whenever you kill them in the back. I'm allowing both those things because I feel like if you're manipulating boss movement, it should be allowed. But I can't, like, clip through walls or, like, random teleport around. So that's kind of like the lines that I draw to try to make it more interesting. I don't even know how to do the glitches anyway, so it should be fine. Okay, we're gonna upgrade our strength to get us closer to Uchigatana level. It does absolutely nothing for our current character, but again, we don't really need to be leveled for the first few bosses anyway. Oh, I need to mark this off. We got the Mad Pumpkin Head. Let's go ahead and mark that on my list, and then mark it on here for now 8 out of 165. Phenomenal. Love to see that. I want to learn sorcery. Yeah, I would love to. I don't really give a shit, honestly. All I care about is learning. I don't think I care about getting any of this right now, though. Actually, you know what? There might be something I care about learning. The Scholar's Armament might actually be worth it in the early game. Let's go ahead and grab that. We're gonna use... I think I need one more of those, actually. Oops. 2 more. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I feel like having a magic straight sword eventually into a magic Uchigatana will be helpful until I get the Moonveil. So let's do that just to make our lives just a tad bit easier. Plus, I have an empty spell slot anyway. I'm not doing anything with it, so we're going to go ahead and memorize spell. Do that. Phenomenal. Okay, so now we killed the Mad Pumpkin Head guy. What's a good next boss to go to? Yeah, let me look at a. Oh, I'm sorry. I got it. Hang on. Yo, what's up? So the thing in the janitor closet, is that not the water main? Is that like not how we turn off the water, or is that just the water heater? Because we also, if you like look like when you walk in, you look at the mop closet on the right hand side. There's like that turn thingy. If that makes sense. Here's the bigger problem. If we turn off the water in the building, which we have to do, obviously, we can't serve food. Just so you know. And we also obviously can't serve drinks because it wouldn't work. The water shut off, obviously. Well, that is what